Hi, so today I'm going to show you how to make this hat for your SKZoo doll. Now this one that I have on right now is kind of like a frog, but I'm going to show you how to do like the base of it, and if you want to add the eyes, that's a separate part, or you could just leave it as a normal hat. For materials, you're going to need some yarn. I'm going to be using this cotton yarn that it's in a 2 to 3 hook, and I'm going to be using this blue color. You're going to be needing a hook that matches the yarn. I'm using this D3 or 3.25 millimeters. You're going to need some stitch markers, and you're going to need some darning needles for weaving in some ends. Let's get started. We're starting off at the top of the hat, and we're going to start with a magic ring. So like so, and then in the magic ring we're gonna be doing 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so then we're going to be closing this ring. And now we're gonna start on the first row. We're gonna be making 1 increase in every single stitch, so at the end we're gonna have 12 stitches. I'm gonna mark the first stitch so that I don't lose it. Okay, so then we're gonna be doing 1 single crochet and 1 increase, 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeating that all the way around. Okay, so for the next row, we're gonna be doing 2 single crochets and 1 increase, 2 single crochets and 1 increase all the way around. We're gonna be repeating this pattern of adding a stitch in between the increases as we do another row and another row until we reach 9 stitches and 1 increase. So on this one I'm gonna do 2, on this row I'm gonna do 2 single crochets and 1 increase, on the next one 3 single crochets and 1 increase, on the next one 4, and so on until we reach 9. So I'm gonna come back when I have the 9 rows. Alright, so now it should look something like this, and we're gonna start going down for the sides of the hat. Now to do that, on the first one we're gonna be doing only the back loop. We're going to do single crochets only in the back loop. So we start on this one. Just put your hook only into the back loop of the work. instead of going to both, and do a single crochet. I'm gonna mark this one. And continue on all the way around. So after we're done with this row, it should look something like this, having like a little bit of a line going around. This is going to give us a little bit of a sharper edge to start on the sides so that it's a nicer drop. Now from here, we're gonna be doing 2 rows of just regular single crochets going into both of the strings this time. That's one, and we're gonna go around just single crochet all the way, and then after this one make another row, so 2 rows of single crochets. So after those 2, this is how it should look like. As you can see, it's a little bit like protruding out at the bottom. So on this row, we're gonna be making some decreases to help it get into the shape that it should be. So on this one, at first we're gonna be doing 21 single crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Okay, then here we're gonna make a decrease. So to make a decrease, we're just going to go here and then to the next one. Go through 2, go through 2, and then continue. 1. We're gonna make another 21. I'm gonna mark this first one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then another decrease. And repeat that again. There we go. So as you can see now, it's a little bit better. It's going more downwards than it was before. And now for this next 2 rows, we're going to be making 2 single crochet rows, and that's going to be the last 2 rows of the side, and we're going to start on the rim. So for the next 2 rows, we're going to be doing the same as we did on the first 2. That's just single crochets all the way across. Alright, so I ended up doing 3 rows instead of 2, so that would be 6 rows in total. And now we're going to start on the rim. Now you can do the rim differently depending on what you like. You can do it like this one, that's kind of like wavy, or you could do it more straight, like I'm gonna do it on this one. So to do it wavy, you're going to make 2 stitches in every one, so 1 increase in every stitch. But for this one, I'm going to be making 1 increase every 9 stitches. So we're gonna start by making this row with the front loop only. So instead of having the line like in this one where it's on the outside, we're gonna have it on the inside. So we're just going to be taking the front loop and making a single crochet. And if you were to be making the wavy version, you would just make 2 on every one of them. It's gonna stretch a little bit, but it's gonna be fine. But since I'm making the other one, I'm gonna count to 9 and then make an increase. And here we make an increase. And then we're going to be repeating that all the way around. Okay, so here we have the first row of the rim, and right now it looks like this. And on the next row we're just going to continue with single crochets, regular ones, not just the back loop or the front loop. And in this one I'm gonna be doing 1 every 10 stitches, 1 increase every 10 stitches. If you were making the wavy one, you just want to make a single crochet across everything until you reach the length that you want. But since I'm doing the straight one, I'm gonna be doing 1 every 10 stitches, 1 increase every 10 stitches. All right, so this is the second row with increases. It should look a little bit like this. So it's starting to take shape of a hat, but still we still need about 2 or 3 more rows to finish. On this one I'm going to be making 1 increase every 11 stitches. Okay, so on this next row I'm gonna make 1 increase every 12 stitches. So here is the finished row. I also went ahead and cut the thread and weaved it in a little bit. So this would be the finished hat. Now, as you can see, this one is the one with the flat rim. It's still a little bit loose because of the material, but it still resembles a bucket hat. Now this one is the wavy version. It all depends on how you like it. I'm gonna leave the pattern for both of them. And here's how they both fit. So with what I do is I push back the ears a little bit and then push the hat on top, then move it around until it's how I like it. This is how it looks. And for the wavy version, it's like this. This hat is gonna be a little bit loose, like it will fall off if you move it around a lot, but it should stay if you just leave it be, or if you have it in a bag, it also stays put. You just gotta be careful not to move it around too much so that it can get lost. I'm gonna leave the pattern for the eyes as well. It's really simple, so it shouldn't really be a problem. And here are both of the hats side by side. Thank you for watching.